I feel a rainbow right here, shining above Kathy here, the head honcho at Rainbow Motors, and we are so happy to have her with us on our very first program of Shop Antelope Valley. And Kathy, so glad to have you here today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I can't wait to hear what you got to tell me about this place.
Oh, we have a wonderful, wonderful program, and I want to welcome everybody to Rainbow Motors, where everybody qualifies. We qualify everybody. We have a wonderful rent-to-own program, okay, where you rent a vehicle for 24 months and then you own it. We do not look at credits, past history, or anything. Everybody qualifies on that credit. Okay, we have a range. I'm going to show you some incredible cars that we have incredible prices. We have SUVs, we have cars, we have sports cars, we have cargo vans, we have pickup trucks. We have a car for everybody.
You're kidding. Even my Aunt Edie, who just got out of prison?
Bring her over
Oh,
here.
perfect.
Bring her over here. We'll put her
God,
in
we
the
thought
car.
there was no hope for her.
There is.
And
At Rainbow Motors, there is hope for everybody.
Okay, well, tell me about the history of the dealership. How'd you get started, and how did this all come about?
Well, 28 years ago. I've been 28 years in the business of the cars business, and pretty much in the Valley area. We moved into Palmdale about a year ago, where we developed a great clientele, a wonderful clientele. And after we sold the businesses in the Valley, we moved in here. We are 100% in Palmdale, and we love it. We just love it.
What kind of repeat business do you have?
An extremely big business, because it's I think we are one of the only dealership that will qualify just about everybody, regardless of the past history, regardless of the credit. And I know a lot of people, because of today's situation, a lot of people have charge-offs and collection and repossession. We have a program for those people, and we'll get them in the car and they're ready to go to work the next day.
Yeah, especially with the credit scores, things are just not as easy as they used to be. Probably when you started in this a long time ago, you could just buy a car so much easier than, especially with today's climate and the economy and everything else. And as a matter of fact, I heard this business is doing really, really good. What do you attribute that to?
The fact that we can finance, we have the finance company behind us. We have finance company that back us up, and they will take the papers that we bring in. We don't have to take the paper and try to sell it like the other dealers do. They get the customer, they get him in the car, and then they go and try to sell that paper somewhere at the bank or the credit union and finance company, and when they get rejected, they have to call the customer and say, come back, you have to bring back the car. We don't have that. The minute the car is off the lot, the minute the customer takes possession of it, he's guaranteed to be financed.
How long do you think it takes to actually do this whole process? So if I came on the lot today and I wanted to buy a car, what do you think I'd be up against in time?
You know what? The minute he finds the car that he wants, 15 minutes he's out of here.
15 minutes?
I promise you.
Really?
Anytime. The minute the customer finds what he likes, within 15 minutes I can get him out. Also, you guys did finance with us, right?
Yes.
How hard was it to get qualified?
It was about 15 minutes.
Wow, 15 minutes.
We don't go through the process of trying to qualify the person. We have those programs available. I can do in-house financing if somebody comes, let's say, and he has only a third of but he does not want to finance. He wants to 2-3 times in 2-3 payments. We can carry him here. Then you have the people that really have, unfortunate, very bad credit. Then they go into the rent-to-own program. We have those specific cars that we have on the lot for the rent-to-own program. He chooses whatever he wants. We'll get him in, get him qualified, and out.
And also, the good news about that, too, is the fact that we're keeping the money here in the Antelope Valley.
Absolutely.
I mean, because there's car dealerships everywhere. And, that's a very competitive business. And you know what they say, you can't trust your mother in the car business. But
I've heard that. I've heard that one.
But at Rainbow Motors, of course, you can trust everybody here. And the nice thing about it is what I've learned so far is everybody's very, very friendly here. And that's important. It's not like somebody's just walking on a lot and then trying to hustle a car. What I'm seeing is that people actually are listening. The salesman's actually listening to what the customer wants.
Absolutely. I make it a point to keep I don't want to pressure people. I do not want to pressure a customer. I want them that experience to be a nice and easy experience. There is no reason to strangle a customer to buy a car. If he doesn't like it, he doesn't like it. Maybe later on he'll come back and he'll find something in my lot that he likes. I do, after 28 years in this business, look at it a little bit different than the rest. You know, a lot of car lot look at it like you have the customer right now. If he doesn't buy, he will never come back. Well, I don't want to give that kind of experience to the customer. I want him to know that if we don't have it today, come back tomorrow. Maybe we'll have it. We have cars coming in every day, and there is no pressure. And I will never put a pressure on the customer to purchase a car. This is not what we are about.
And I think that's the biggest problem you have with automobile dealerships and used car lots is, pre-owned car lots. You can't say used anymore. It's pre-owned. And maybe there's good reason for that too, because I think that they service cars better today than they used to years ago. And so, yeah, what is your attitude about pre-owned cars?
Well, you know, before we put them on the lot, before we put the price on it and everything, we check them. We check those cars, and I always give the customer the possibility, and I tell them up front, before you sign the paper, take it to your mechanic and check it. They can buy a warranty, but they choose not to.
That's fair enough.
You know, take it to your mechanic and check it. If your mechanic says it's okay, buy it. If not, then go check another one.
So be it.
That's it. You know, I want them to make the right decision, and I want them to make the easy decision for them. I mean, they will feel more comfortable. I will feel more comfortable if my mechanic checks the car for me instead of the mechanic of the dealership.
And it really goes back to the same thing. If the customer's satisfied here, they're going to come back. You're going to have old money, as they say. Yeah. And
that's what I'm counting on. That's really what I'm counting on.
It's so much easier to have somebody walk on the lot and say, "Hi, Kathy, you sold me a car 3 years ago. You know, it was a great experience, and I trust you enough to, I like this car over here. I already feel like I'm going to get the best deal," and that to me would be the goal of what we're trying to accomplish here. Am I correct?
I agree 100%. Repeat customer is what keeps us alive. That's what kept me 28 years in business in the Valley area. Is the repeat customer. In the Valley area, we were used to do something else. I used to specialize in cargo vans. Here it's a little bit different. It's different because it has cars and just about everything, But absolutely, the repeat customer is the number one priority at Rainbow Motors. We have here another very satisfied customer. This is Tony and Tanya Ballin. Okay, they bought a F-150 for me. Okay, not long ago, right?
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. Okay, so would you please tell them what kind of experience you had here at Rainbow Motors?
It was pouring, and it was the week of rain, and we had Cyrus and Kathy outside with us, and we picked out our truck, and they pulled it down and had it cleaned up, and it was a great experience.
It's the best experience I've ever had at a dealership of any sort. No pressure, very friendly, and just honest and awesome. I appreciated that.
Chance, do you like the truck?
Yes.
You do, huh? All right. This is another satisfied customer.
Drive here.
But also, you guys did finance with us, right?
Yes.
Yes.
How hard was it to get qualified?
It was about 15 minutes.
So
they're going to be your best salesman ultimately because they're going to go spread the word essentially of the way they were treated here.
they do.
That's pretty old news, but yet it's so very important in this business. I think
Advertising. This is the best advertising. Is a customer saying, "You know what? You should go to Rainbow Motors."
No, Kathy, no. The best advertising was on Shop Antelope Valley.
That too.
That's the best. Okay, we're gonna have to edit that out. I can see this coming. I love this lady.
If I'm here. It's because this.
You know what?
The shop at Antelope Valley is really nice.
That's right. I think
I'm here because of that. Really.
I'm gonna start. You know what? I'm gonna start Rainbow Motors 2. So, and I'm going to open it up right across the street from Western Edge, Chris's place over there. And, no, but we'll be partners. We'll have a good thing going on here. I just know it.
It is. It's going to be fun, though. Try.
And also, a lot of times when I used to really love shopping for a car when especially if I was younger. I never had any money when I was really younger, but I mean, it was a fun experience because, wow, I'm going to get a car. When I got to California, it became such a stressful thing. I mean, grinding and I'm trying and don't know if I'm getting the best deal. And that's where I learned you can't trust your mother. And so, but tell me that here it's not like that.
I promise you, I guarantee you, I swear to you, it is not. I've worked for Keys Motors. I went through all those training things, and I will not do it here. I will not do it here. Nobody's going to come. A salesman is not going to bring the manager who's going to bring his manager, who's going to bring the desk manager, who's going to bring the general manager, who's going to come to me. Ain't going to happen. You know, they're going to come and they're going to say, come and talk to Kathy. If it is possible, yes, let's make a deal. If it's not, honey, it is not possible.
Okay, now think about this. I mean, of all the things that you'd like to say on the air about the features and benefits of Rainbow Motors, I really want to cover that. And so that's what I really want to get across to the audience is, you know, what makes this dealership here different than most.
In my dealership, one deal, we don't try to strangle neither the customer financially. If you go to any lot and come to my lot, you will see that my deals, the prices are very reasonable. They are very affordable to everybody. There is no reason for me to sell something overpriced to somebody that does not have a credit, that cannot afford the monthly payment, so I can repossess it a month later. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, what's the point of that?
It doesn't make sense.
So you can move a car today, and then they're going to roll it back.
You take the down payment from the customer, and he's out of a down payment that most likely he saved for about 6 to 8 months to come up with it. This is not what we are about.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a level of comfort with this lady right here that kind of puts you in a position to buy. It's almost like it's too good to be true. That can't be true, is it?
It is true.
It is true. Okay.
It is true. Just come and see me.
So now
Come and see me, and I will take care of you.
Now what's the rent to own? What you were talking about that, and that's important to you.
The rent to own program, it took forever to put it in place because everybody qualifies. You have to understand, we don't pull TRWs. We don't pull credit.
Really?
We don't. I don't want to know how many repos you had, or I don't want to know how many charge-offs and collection. It doesn't matter. It's a rent. You rent it for 24 months, and then you own it.
I don't know anybody that does that.
There is no balloon payments. There is no residuals in the end. Nothing. You pay the 24th month, and we hand you the title, and it's yours.
How can you do that, and what kind of return would you get off maybe somebody that would not be necessarily up to par, so to speak?
As I said, it's a rent to own. Will he do that to Enterprise or to Avis? It's a rent to own. The car stays on the name of my company.
Okay.
He rents it for 24 months. After 24 months, he owns it. Until then, I'm the owner of the car. And so it does not make me, I don't go repo on those things.
You know, that's good. That's good faith. That's fair enough. When you think about it, you know, I mean, I'm going to trust you with our automobile. I'm going to trust you to take care of it, service it properly, and then you can actually own this vehicle. And you made the payments. I mean, that's a win-win.
It is, because also the payments are not $800 or $900. We keep them on the $350. We did rent-to-owns. We did about 30 or 40 of them in the last 6 months, which is a lot. And the payments are running between $250 to $350 a month. It's affordable to everybody. So the people even the people that they are in SSI and get money from the government and cannot afford it, they cannot afford $500 and $600 payment. We can get them into a $250 car payment, 24 months, not 5 years, not 7 years, not those contracts that you marry the car for the next 6-7 years. 24 months, 2 years, you own the car.
Not only that, you know, we'll show you a little bit later, but there's a lot of pretty good-looking automobiles here that I think that there's something for everybody here, and of course that's one of their main goals, to make sure that there is something for everybody here. But couple that with good salesmanship, and I'm guessing, obviously, good service after the sale.
Absolutely.
Then I think that the Rainbow Motors is the place to come in Palmdale. I'm also thinking too, what about my mother's getting up there. She's 85 years old. How would you approach her with a car at that age? And really the car she's driving now is on its last legs. So what would you say to somebody like my mother? Now remember, she's my mother, so you can't trust her in the car business.
You know what? For people like our mothers, it's absolutely. I will not try to sell her a sports car or a truck or anything like that, which some people did it. I mean, I've seen it. I was amazed. But
I didn't tell you her car is a Corvette. No, I'm kidding. Little old lady from Pasadena.
but absolutely cars that can protect her. A mid-sized car, we do have those. And we have everything. We have everything for everybody. A car that fit everybody.
Well, I just think it's really cool the way you got this set up with the rent to own, though. I think that's something I've never really never paid too much attention to until I started talking to you about it, and I think that's really a very, very smart program, actually.
Well, with the economy of today, absolutely. I have to have a program like that. So I have a tremendous amount of foot traffic here. I will say that 60-70% of them are experiencing a very hard time. At work, they got laid off, they screwed up their credit. The credit is like, scores are below 500. I mean, in 28 years, I've never experienced something like this, like what we're going through today. And putting in place the rent-to-own program was the best thing we ever did. And we are so happy we did it. It took a long time to put it in place, a long time.
Why is that? Why did it take so long?
Because first you have to own those vehicles. A lot of car dealers, we floors the vehicle, we buy them online, we buy them, they belong pretty much to a finance company.
So, like an auction, they got to go to it.
Play. Exactly. We own our vehicles. So when I have the title, I can do anything I want with it.
Well, you're maintaining control.
Absolutely.
Essentially.
Not only that, not everything I have here is on a program. I'm not going to put a Jaguar or a Mercedes. It is not something that people that are on the low income that are going to use. What happen if I have to think? What happen if the car breaks down? Are they going to be able to fix it? So for those people on the rent to own, we put cars that they are economical car, easy to fix, easy to maintain. Very easy to service, and we roll them out. We just roll them out. So, but we try to bring approximately the same inventory, approximately. We concentrate a lot on the Chryslers, on the Fords, on the, Toyota today, not, but Nissans and Hondas. We're trying on pickup trucks, small pickups, but we also have the big ones. We also have the 4x4. People in Palmdale, they love SUVs. So we're trying to get the Ford Expeditions and all those SUVs, the Ford Explorers and the Yukons. Those are good sellers. Good sellers because of the snow, because of the weather, and because of the fact that people here have big families.
Yes.
So we look at those things. I don't think I'll do good with Corvettes. I don't think I will do good here with Corvettes. I'm not counting on it, and I'm not doing it. But we bring family-sized cars.
That's good. Well, now let me ask you this. Now, you've been in the car business for many, many years, and I'm wondering, there's got to be some pet peeves that you have about different dealerships that you don't do here. What would be some of the do's and don'ts that just doesn't happen here?
We don't pressure. I so much dislike taking a customer and just squeeze him until he wants to run away from here. Not go or not leave, run from here. I'm not going to do that. I want him to come, look. You know what, Kathy? I'll come back. Please do. That's always my answer. Please do. Please come back. There is no pressure, and I'm not going to start it here. I didn't do it for the last 20 years, because 8 years out of the 28 years I worked for big dealerships, and that was the main thing. Don't let the customer go no matter what. I'm not going to do it. I refuse to do it. Let them come, let them enjoy it, let them take on a test drive, try the cars that they like. I will never do a deal when somebody says, that's what I want, can we write it up? No, we cannot write it up. You're going to take it first on a test drive. I want to make sure that the customer is comfortable, that this is really what he wants. He feels good about the car. Every car, even two cars out of the same model, the same year, they don't feel the same on the driving. A customer, we really ask them to go on a test drive. And a long one. We don't ask him to go around the block. My salesman or my employee will go with them take it on the test drive, take it on the freeway, check it out first. Be sure of what you want to buy. And I'm gonna keep that, because this thing kind of followed me for the past 20 years. When they come back is because they felt good. They know they're not gonna have no pressure.
Hey, since you've been doing this such a long time, I'm wondering if you have any people that actually come to you that, well, you said you're working at Keys?
Yeah.
Keys in, Vanessa. So you see what a jingle can do, you know? Yeah, that's what we're going to do at Rainbow Motors too with Gary's dealership. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding. I couldn't do it like you. I forgot what I was going to ask you. Do you ever have anybody that might come up to the lot that say, hey, you sold me a car when you were at that other dealership?
You know what? I had people that say, you sold my dad a car, and I remember you when I was a... Yes, it's been 28 years. You know, it's been 28 years that I've been in a car. A lot of customer. I had people that I sold cars when they came to this country, and they still bring me their kids and their families, and it's wonderful. You know, I just, you know, even though I have my cellular that works more than anything, you know, because everybody has my number. They call me straight to my cell. You know, and it's a great feeling. It is a great feeling.
Now see, if they have her cell, that's really personal service. It really is, because that means you're not running from anything. And there's a, you know, in this business, I would think that the honesty is an overused word, but I mean that integrity and that honesty is so important.
It's very important.
Because, you know, once you're a satisfied customer, I don't know about you, but if I'm happy with a place, then I'm not going anywhere.
I know.
Even if I pay a little bit more for the product, if I'm really comfortable with a salesperson and I'm comfortable with that company, you're probably going to get my business.
Not only that, I have customers also that they call me and they request cars that I may not have on the lot, but I'll get it for them. I have such a great relationship with the leasing companies and banks that I can call in and get 08, 09s at an incredible prices, and I pass that prices to the customer. So when they want to sell the cars 2-3 years down the line, they don't feel that they are not stuck in the car. They are not buried in that car. There are times that I will, most of the time, if a customer says to me, Kathy, what's the wholesale and the retail? Try to say that to a big dealer. Suddenly they don't have a wholesale book, they cannot price a car because they don't have it on the computer. I'll pull it for you.
You realize, like 25 years ago, nobody ever talked Blue Book.
I know.
I don't think anybody knew what Blue Book was. That was the little secret.
I know. But yes, but then if you look at 10, 15 years ago, what happened is people buy a car, they come back to 2-3 years later, and they are $7,000 upside down.
Yeah.
So what do you do? I mean, you marry the car for the next 4 or 5 years, and then, or you get into another car, and then they add the loss on the new car to get you out of the old one. But then again, you are upside down another $8,000 to $10,000.
And people today buy by payments more than they do anything else. I mean, you know, what's the payment going to be?
Exactly.
And not thinking of the actual total price of the vehicle, and then that's where they get it upside down. Yeah, I can give you a $105 car payment, you know, on an $85,000 vehicle.
Yeah, for the next 15 years, you're
Yeah.
going to be paying $100.
Now it's 20. They're doing 20, aren't they?
They are doing a long term, a huge term, and it's not worth it. I'm trying on every car on the lot. I am trying to finance the people 24 months to 36 max, so they don't feel that they are stuck in that car. I mean, really, if you look at a regular, a normal life of vehicle, after 2 years, people get tired. They want to change.
Right.
So if you purchase a car at Rainbow Motors, after 2 years, you might have only 6 more months to pay.
Well, isn't like when you say that, maybe I would think that 36 months is about as far out as I want to go. Wouldn't that make more sense than? Isn't 5 years like? I know that everybody does 5-year plans, but isn't that kind of like stretching it? And isn't that where you kind of like fall upside down?
Absolutely. The mileage goes up. I mean, you end up with a car that has, after 5 years, 150, 175,000 miles. In California, people do drive, you know. People do drive, and they do 30,000 miles a year. And after 5 years, you have 150,000. If you bought it with 30, 40, then you're at $200,000. What's the value of that car? What it will be the value of that car?
Not to mention the fact, not to mention the fact that we're doing all this, you know, we're commuting.
Exactly.
And you have, you know, 100,000 people
Exactly.
running up and down that freeway
I
every day.
really believe that after 2 years, I would like to change my car. I want it, and you have that possibility. When you come here at Rainbow Motors, we don't have loans, and we do not have financing for 5 years and 6 years and 8 years. We don't have, 24 months is the most, people are taking 30 months, sometimes 36 months, which is, it makes it easy. It makes it, comfortable for the customer that he knows he's going to be in the car for 36 months and not 5-6 years.
So now, let me ask you this, Kathy. If who would be your, let's say, your favorite customer other than me?
Okay.
She had to say yes. Oh, other than me,
Yeah.
who is that favorite customer? What would the profile of that person be?
At Rainbow Motors,
Yes,
it's
tell us.
great because they have a rent-to-own program, and it's easy. It's not a hard thing to do. You don't have to have a lot of money. You just come down, and it's all friendly. Everybody's here is nice. I got a nice car,
her.
and I'm
Look at
on
her
the
car.
rent-to-own program, and I didn't have to come up with a lot of money. Just come in here and talk and enjoy yourself because everybody's friendly here. At rent-to-own, where you got your pot of gold, is right here.
Was it hard for you to get qualified at Rainbow?
No, it wasn't hard at all. It was very easy. You just bring your proof of income, and you're going to leave with the car.
How long did that take you? From the moment you got your car, that you chose your car, how long did that take you until you went home with it?
Maybe an hour. I didn't have too long or too far to go to get mine, so I was right here.
Miss Felicia, would you tell them how much you're paying per month on this beautiful red hot car?
I paid $225 a month.
That's $225 on the rent to own. Everybody can afford it, and we're gonna try to make it as easy for you guys as we did for Miss Felicia Rush. Okay, a wonderful customer of us, and we really are hoping that you will be a repeat customer.
I will be a repeat. I have to come get my truck.
That's true.
When you're coming, when the people that actually run the show here, and the buck stops here, I can think of no better way to close the show than with you, because this is a very confident lady, clearly a great business, and I'm sure a business that you're going to enjoy doing business with. Rainbow Motors. Thanks,
Thank
Kath.
you.
I appreciate it.
You guys.